sequences that like literally like we never even spoke about. That were like literally completely in the moment that influenced the next scene. So we were truly like working on the fly.
Yeah.
Right? Kind of interesting.
That was the fun part for me. Was you know there was so much freedom to play around and we had no idea where it was going to go, what it was going to end up being.
Yeah.
You know, we were deciding literally like we decided each other's names. I think at our bar.
Yeah.
A couple nights before.
I just say what do you want your names to be?
Yeah. We chose like I think I chose your name.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. And even the title, I was like, I don't know about the title. I've just been calling it The Date. And you're like, yeah, run with that. I'm like, okay. The whole thing was just like, but it worked out. One thing I wanted to say before we get into it is the first scene. Actually, I don't know if you guys remember, we were planning on shooting it completely in order, where you first meet and moving it right on. But because of your facial stubble, we didn't want to lose that.
Which was epic.
Yeah, it was enough. It was enough to make you look a couple of years older. So we said, okay, let's shoot the post breakup meetup scene first. And in retrospect, I think that actually was a blessing in disguise, because what we did was we decided on the ending right away in the first scene. So when we went back to shoot the other scenes, even without really thinking about it, you guys knew kind of where you were supposed to land eventually. You know what I mean? It kind of gave us an anchor to kind of point towards. So that was cool.
Yeah.
So let's watch it. We can talk through this. It doesn't matter. And I don't even know how much I'm going to use of all this. Like, so let's just go through it, and I'll kind of talk over it. I'll use it a lot. So I have to just very sort of Woody Allen-ish kind of thing that I was going for. Like,
I think you succeeded.
I hope so. Delaney Siren came in on an off day and shot a bunch of B-roll and stuff. Really nice. It was all 5D.
This to me is the tragedy, is that we never got to eat one of these burgers.
We didn't have a single burger.
No, we have burgers that we got down the street from A&W.
Yeah.
They weren't the proper burger street burgers.
Because the priest was having
They closed on Sunday, yeah. Church, you go to church on Sunday.
What did I tell him? What did I say?
Oh, it's true. Just today.
I always say that. You look really jacked.
Thanks, Boland.
But that's what's weird about it to me, is that it doesn't feel weird.
Listen, none of this is scripted. I still watch this to say and it's awe you guys.
I think what was smart about you shooting this scene first was that like it's really uncomfortable when you meet up with your ex-boyfriend, and this I felt uncomfortable doing it because it's the first.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah.
And it's interesting, almost there's 90% take 2 or later in this film. It's interesting how take 1 were almost always like warm-up games, kind of feel yourself up kind of thing.
Like a couple months ago, or even like now, just.
And it's a little bit slow pushing.
And I'm sorry.
This is what I would have said to not my most recent ex-boyfriend, but my second ex-boyfriend.
So you were pulling from
I was like,
real life stuff, right?
I was like, sorry, I did.
Did you feel like you were talking to various ex-boyfriends?
Yes, I did. Yeah, I did.
One thing I've heard from other actors before, though, is this sort of improv is you have no choice but to listen to your fellow actor. It forces you to listen, right? You can even tell in your eye line, like you guys are dialed into each other the whole time,
Yeah.
I don't want to,
You have to shoot a multi-cam, though. This particular thing, you have to go multi-cam.
Yeah.
No, break my heart.
Look at his face. Look at his face. So awkward.
Oh, I've done this so many times.
When we were cutting
the worst.
Katie's the one that went in for the kiss, though, more. I think.
This is what people tell me all the time in my life. I'm like, that's not what I
You just go in for the kiss?
Apparently, all the time.
Done so many fake exits in my life.
Because and I'm all about letting the camera roll like way after characters that.
Yeah, that's a clever little bit because you never know what
you
can
can use that
I
stuff.
wanted to be somewhere other than Toronto.
All right, so a couple of notes on that. We're actually going to come back to that scene, and this was actually your idea during the editing process was to split it up. And I won't say so much because